Hey guys, happy Monday. I hope this finds you all well. What have you been up to today? Today's been a very busy day for us. I had to go and see a doctor, my family doctor. Everything's good, it's just a checkup. And what else do? We went over to a friend's house this evening with the kids. Kids did their homeschooling and whatnot. Anyway, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lori. Thanks so much for being here today. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, like and share with your friends. Help me grow. And if you are not new, thanks so much for coming back. I appreciate you. I don't know if you just saw my slipper fly. My little puppy. I'm trying to get my puppies to sleep. If you are not aware, this is Athena and this is Bruno. 8-week-old puppies. And this is their cranky time, and I've been trying to get them sleep for the last 15 minutes or so, but Bruno decides he's going to chew on my slippers. And my feet. Bruno. Ouch. Anyway, I wanted to come on here and have a little chat. I've been thinking a lot about the direction of where I want my channel going over the last couple of weeks, and I've been doing a lot of Bible reading, been sharing a little bit of my fitness routine, and I've been doing a bunch of shorts. And so through that, I just trying to figure out, where am I going with this? What direction do I want my channel to go in? And so I've been thinking that maybe what I need to do is have a little sit down chit chat about who I am and where I am in life, because there's not a whole lot of that on my channel about who I am, who Lori is. I'll tell you, I'm a 40-something-year-old mom and wife, and I homeschool. But that's not all of who I am. That's not everything that I do. And I thought that maybe it would be a good idea to sit down and talk about who I really am. Now, I will say it's taken me a long time to actually figure out who I am. I want to go back in the past to when I want to start with when I was a teenager, because I think my past has actually made me who I am today, and that's really where I have to go in order for you to understand who I am and why I am where I am. So when I was a teenager, I was kind of wild and free. And I made bad decisions, not great decisions, but I made some decisions. I ended up moving in with a man when I was 16. A guy, not a man. Well, he was kind of. Regardless, I ended up moving in with this guy when I was 16, and I ended up having my first baby when I was 19, and I don't regret that at all. I had a little girl named Autumn, and she literally made me who I am. And I married her dad when I was 20. And then I had my second baby, my little boy, when I was 21. So I had 2 kids by the time I was 21. And I will tell you that being a mom is what made me who I am now. And I had a lot of dreams, and I had a lot of hopes for who I would be as a mom, and I wanted to homeschool even then. Their dad didn't want them to be homeschooled, so that was fine, and we did send them to school, and they did very well in school. And I am happy to report that both my kids are quite brilliant. Both my older kids are quite brilliant. When my daughter was 12, though, the relationship that I had with her dad had fallen apart by that point. And it got pretty messy at that point, and we ended up divorced. And it was really, really hard. It was a very difficult time in my life. And I lost a lot. I lost pretty much everything, including who I thought I was. And that was a big turning point in my life. I always thought that I would be with him forever. We had made a pact that we would stay together no matter what because of our children together. And I wanted to do that. I really did. But his actions spoke louder than words. And I fell apart. And I didn't like the person that I had become through that relationship. And I had to change that. And realistically, at the end of the day, I'm telling you, it slapped me right across the face. What was I teaching my kids about being with somebody being in a relationship where there was no love? And so it was then that I realized that I have to go. I can't stay in this relationship anymore. I wanted to stay with him because I wanted our kids to have that, that whole family. I wanted that. I wanted that good, long-standing marriage. I believed in that. And I still believe in that. My parents, they were married right up till the day they died. Till the day my father died. I seen a lot of what they had gone through when I was a kid. And I wanted that marriage. But it wasn't to be. And I couldn't do it any longer. What was I teaching? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Got my tea. You got yours? I didn't want my kids to see that. And that's when I realized that I had to do the right thing. And I couldn't teach my kids that it's okay to stay in a broken marriage just for the kids. I wanted to teach them that it's okay if, that your own personal mental health and well-being has to come first. You can't love other people if you can't love yourself. And so we ended up going through a divorce, and it was awful. It was the worst few years of my life, and it changed everything about me. It changed who I was, which was a good thing, because I did not like who I was. It wasn't me. It wasn't my authentic self. And I wanted to change that. I wanted to get back to me. I think a lot of things happened because I was very young when I met him. And automatically I left home, and I ran into the arms of somebody else who was very young. And we didn't have a lot of life experience. We tried our best, and we tried to make it work, and we both had that same core value that we wanted marriage to work. But we didn't think about the toxicity of it. And I think it was a long time before we even realized, either of us, how toxic it was. So leaving that relationship changed both of us. And for me, it changed me for the better. And I learned how to speak for myself. I learned how to say, I don't like that, and I'm not okay with that. And Athena is so tired. She just needs to go to sleep. And I learned that I have to stand up for myself. If I have a core belief, if I have a core value, then I can't let anybody else change that for me. I have to stand up for my values. I can't bend in that. And so that's what I started doing. And I'm now remarried, and I have 2 kids with Mike, and he also has 2 children from previous years. So altogether we have 6 kids. And they're all so wonderful. They're all so awesome. And I could go on and on about my kids forever. But now, who I am as a person is so much different and so much more authentic than I ever have been. And I'm much happier. I am a lot less stressed out, and I'm no longer a people pleaser. And I say things, and I can be pretty blunt sometimes, and I don't mean to be blunt in a mean way. It's just part of who I am. It's just part of my core values. I don't believe in beating around the bush, as some people will call it. If I don't think that this is if I don't think that, maybe I'm not making a good choice here. Maybe it should be this way. Maybe I should try this first. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna, Mike and I, if we come to a parenting disagreement, I'm gonna tell him I don't think it should be this way, and this is why. I don't think we should do this, and this is why. And we talk it out. So we have a lot of, I have a lot of core beliefs and core values that have formed over my 40-something years. And I'm a lot more authentic than I used to be. I'm a different person than I used to be. I'm a lot happier than I used to be. So some of the things that I have really enjoyed learning about myself is that I enjoy animals. I love taking care of animals, and also my children. It's some of my favorite things. My whole daily life. I love taking care of my pets. I love taking care of my kids. And I've thought about going back to school. Definitely not a good time in my life, maybe later on in my life. But as you know, I have 2 special needs children. My boys have autism and ADHD. And they really require a lot of my time and attention and my energy. And they require my love, and they require my guidance. And therefore, I have no problem giving them to all of that they need. And so my days are spent guiding my children and raising my children up, and taking care of my animals and training them, and taking care of my home. And something that's really, really important to me is my health and well-being. And a part of that is, yes, my physical health, but also my mental well-being, and making sure that I'm in a good spot. And so every single morning, I start my day with my morning routine. My morning routine involves getting my coffee, my medicine, my vitamins into me, and then sitting down reading the Bible. And I spend my time reading the Bible in the morning. I call it my coffee and Jesus time. And that's what I do first thing. And then me and the boys will go upstairs, we'll get dressed, we'll make our beds, tidy up our bedrooms, whatever needs to be done in our rooms to make our rooms clean and healthy. Because I feel that if your bed is made and your laundry's in a laundry basket, clean laundry's put away, dresser drawers are, tidy and tucked in, your bedroom's clean. And that really sets the tone for the day. When you're dressed, your bedroom's clean, your bed is made and ready for the next night. That really sets, for me anyway, it might be different for you, but for me, I really feel that having a clean bedroom and having myself dressed and ready for the day really makes a difference in my mindset. I've spent my time with God in the morning, and now I spend time on myself in the morning. And, part of that involves also taking care of my husband by making sure his side of the bed is made, right? But, yeah, and it's just, I feel really good crawling into a nice warm made bed at night. And when I set the tone like that for the morning, it makes my mind feel good. And I've noticed a difference in my boys when they're all cleaned up and ready to go too. And then after that, we get to our home learning. And if it's a day that we are not doing home learning, then I go ahead and start laundry, or I start my housekeeping. I find that keeping a tidy house and keeping a routine, a cleaning routine, is very helpful for that, for my mental well-being. And you okay, Athena? So getting that routine done in the morning is so helpful, and it keeps us on track. And my boys, with them having autism, they need that set routine. Routines and schedules are so important, and they know what's coming next. They know what's expected of them. And so we'll do our morning routine, and part of our morning routine includes taking care of our pets, doing our home learning, and then doing our chores or housekeeping, whatever you want to call it. Once that's all done, then we are free to move on with our day, whatever that might mean. For the kids, it means that they get to go and they've got free choice. They get to go play. They get to, they might get to play a video game for an hour. They can go outside. They have an obsession with Legos, so they can go and play with their Legos, whatever they'd like to do. They can go read. They can make a craft. They can help me with some more chores around the house. Now, I do ask if they'll help, but 99% of the time, if I ask them to help, I don't get any begrudging from them whatsoever. It's a team effort, and they understand that, and that's really helpful. So, our days are pretty structured, and yet we have a lot of free choice as well. And I think that is very valuable, is a very important value to me, is taking care of our mental health and having routines in place in order to take care of our mental health, if that makes sense. So that's a little bit about me, and well, that's a lot about me. But I wanted you to have some insight into who I am as a person, and what my direction for my channel is. I think that you can't understand what my channel is going to be and what my channel is if you don't understand who I am as a person. So I really wanted to do that tonight. That was my big direction for this video, was giving you an understanding of who I am as a person. And to help guide you on whether or not you want to be a subscriber on my channel, which I hope you do. I hope you stick around. So that's about who you're going to see on this channel. You're going to see my parenting. You're not gonna see my kids, not unless it's like they pass through the video, they run through. Sometimes they like to be goofy and pop in. You might see them that way, but this is not a family vlog, so I'm not going to share my kids. I respect their privacy, and that's that. You'll be able to see my pets. You'll be able to see how we do things in our lives and how our daily lives go about. You're going to see me reading scripture. I very much like to share the things that I read in scripture, things that I, especially when I get those aha moments when I'm reading the Bible. Now I understand that. I've got to share that. It's very important to me to share that. Or when I feel a message from God, when I hear a message from God and I want to share it with you, you're going to hear that. And sometimes I sometimes I will be able to say, hey, Mike, I'm taking off for a bit. I need a bit of a mama break. And I like to make videos when I go out and have some me time. I like to make videos like that. And whether it be for going for walks, taking my dogs for walks. I did own a horse until recently. And so I like to share videos of my horse, but now it'll be my doggies. And yeah, things like that. That's what you're going to see. So please stick around. I'm going to end this here because it's getting a little bit long, but I hope that you've enjoyed getting to know me a little bit. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments and I can answer them in later videos. If you have any ideas for videos that you'd like to see from me, please, again, leave that down in the comments. I do have one request from one of my subscribers that she would like to see a video what it's like to be an autism mom, and I am going to be making a video on that. It's an interesting perspective, I think, hearing from what it's like to be an autism ADHD mom. My kids have been through a lot of ABA therapy to get through to who they are today. So I won't be sharing my kids, but I can definitely share my perspective on that and what I think about ABA therapy and how it has benefited my children, how some things that I don't think has benefited us, some things that, may have benefited them but not me, or may have benefited me but not them. I can definitely share that perspective too. So that's been one request. It is an upcoming video that I will share. It's just taken some time to think that out and process that kind of thing. So that is in the works. Leave your ideas down in the comments, and thanks so much for being with me tonight. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good night. Bye. God bless.